Hi guys, today I'm gonna show you how to memorize the periodic table. It's based on my personal experiences and stuff, so you guys might have different variations on how to memorize it, but I'm just gonna show you how I personally memorized it. So I memorized everything except for this part, since it's kind of unnecessary to memorize this part. So let's get started. So I'd say the most important thing is for memorizing anything is to think about stories. So I personally thought about stories for each group. So I had a lot of stories, 18 and then plus 2. So I had 20 stories. And yeah, I think my stories are pretty weird and stuff, so you guys might have different stories. My stories are just based on my personal experiences and what I personally think I'd be able to memorize. Some really fun stories for me, but it might not be fun for you guys. Okay, so I'm just gonna hide my periodic table. Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna throw it away since I don't need it. I memorize it. So first, hydrogen is easy. It's the first element. I didn't really memorize it. Okay, for the alkali metals, it's not really my story. It's my chemistry teacher's story, but he only gave me a few stories, so a few of the stories are from him, but the other ones, all the transition metals and the lanthanides and actinides, are my own stories. So this one is his stories. So it's the little Nancy kills Robin, and then I didn't really listen to the last bit, so I just memorized the last bit since only two elements, so it's really easy to memorize the last bit. So little Nancy kills Robin and something. Okay, now for the alkaline earth metals, it's I only heard him say bewitch Maggie blah blah blah, but I didn't really hear the rest of him, because those are I wasn't really sure what he was talking about, so I just memorized the other words by myself. It's cat, senior, baby rat. Okay, this is really weird. Cat, senior, baby rat. But yeah, that's how I memorized the alkaline earth metals. Now for the transition metals, I did sick, YLA, acne. Okay, this is really weird, but how I memorized it is, I think LA people are pretty sick. I mean, not that sick. It's sick meaning cool. So they're pretty sick, and then some of them might have acne, but they're still sick. You know what I mean? It's I don't know, it's really weird. But so I was wondering why they are really sick. I mean, not the sick ill, but the sick cool. So sick, YLA, acne. Okay, so the other group is teaser and then rough. So teaser, I only needed to memorize teaser because rough, they have the same second letter, and they're pretty similar, so I just memorized rough. I mean, these are pretty simple to memorize, so I only need to think about a word for TI and ZR, so what's better than teaser? You guys probably will think about better stories than I do, but yeah, I'm pretty weird with my stories. But as long as you can memorize it, it doesn't really matter if your stories are weird. Okay, now let's go to They Nobody Talks Dab. So I was wondering why nobody talks about dab, although everyone talks about dab. I don't know why nobody talks about dab now. Okay, awkward silence. Okay, the next one I did was cow mau swag. So I don't know, like when a cow mouths, it's really swag. Yeah, this is also really weird. But as long as I remember it, it doesn't matter if it's weird. Okay, now it's man tech rebirth. So when I think about this, I think about the tech lead. He's like, although he was fired by Google and Facebook, he was like reborn, so rebirth, and man tech rebirth. Yeah, the tech lead is pretty cool. You should check him out. And then it's Faru, because the Latin, or I don't know, probably Latin word for iron is like ferrum, so it's like Faru. And then like these, like it's os and then hs, so they have like the same second letter, so I only need to memorize Faru and then memorize these two together. Okay, and then what's the next one? It's like, oh, I love this one. It's Mart. So it's like H Mart. H Mart is like Korean, right? So Courier Mart. It's like Korean Mart, but like Courier Mart. Lol. Okay, and then we go to pairs of threes, since here it's like you. Okay, so it's nice, pedantic, platinum, and then cool, silver, gold. These two columns are like all flexing, gold, silver, platinum. Yeah, all flexing stuff. And then because this is like the last bit of the transition metals, and Z is like the last letter of the alphabet, so I know that this is CN. And then I just needed to memorize these two elements. It's not really hard to memorize only two, so I didn't bother making a story for these two. And then we go to like the boron group. And then the main groups. So a method of memorizing the main groups is like B, C, has, no, fire, never. And then because HE is the second element, it's pretty easy to know that this is HE. Okay, so now for the boron group, boys all gather in front of the television. This is pretty readable. It's less weird than these. And then for the carbon group is cool, sick, German, snobbish people. So German people are cool and sick, but also snobbish at the same time. Yeah, cool. Okay, nitrogen group, I really love this one. Although it's probably not really good for kids. If you're a kid, just don't watch it. So no problem. Oh, I am a kid, right? Oops. Okay, never mind. No problem, asshole, son of a bitch. Yeah, this is like mood. Yeah. And then for the oxygen group is, oh shit, see the Pope. For this one, our teacher like told us this. Yeah, our teacher swears. It's fine. And then for the halogen group, it's fuck Chloe Brat with an I in the middle. So fuck Chloe Brat. And then for the noble gases, they're pretty similar, so I just memorized them. It's like only 4, so it's easy to memorize. Okay, now let's go to the lanthanides. And these are pretty obvious, lanthanides and actinides. Okay, so in French, the is like la, like the feminine de is like la, if you know French. So la professeur, la professeur, nods. And I have some friends who go to a school called PMSS. So I just remember like their school. So imagine la professeur nods in their school like PMSS, but PMSM. And then after he nods, it's like, ew, God. And the professor gives homework, and the deadline for the homework is to be dated. And then it's like, holy tomorrow you be Lulu. Lulu is my classmate, my friend, also like one of my best friends. So holy tomorrow you be Lulu. Okay, I don't know, it doesn't make sense, but whatever. And then actinides is like the path you no problem put, the path you no problem put. And then here's a really small break, AMCM. It's like a small break, so this part and this part will not be related. Okay, so and then it's like Bacon is like a K-pop star. CF, I don't know CF, I don't really know how to put it inside of this. So, and then Esther is my friend. And another small break. All the M stuff in the actinides are small breaks for me. And then it's like mad, no, learn. So mad is like someone gets mad, and then you don't like someone getting mad, so you say no. And then le is like, in Chinese, le is like you usually put it in the end of sentences, so there. So yeah, that's basically it. That's how I memorized the whole periodic table. It's just based on personal experiences, I guess, and just like memorize stories and you'll be fine. You'll like slay it. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope that this might be somehow useful, although this is really not useful. So be sure to subscribe and like this video if you like it. You'll probably not like it, but whatever. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.